And about a month ago, we saw NASA's Artemis II crew come back from their glorious flyby of the moon. And tonight, we are learning more about the next chapter, Artemis III. You'll remember the Artemis II launch had that massive SLS rocket. It's this one right here. They were sitting right on top. They went all the way around the moon, but Artemis III is not going to be just about this rocket. It's supposed to also be about this rocket. Starship, SpaceX's Starship, which is getting ready to possibly debut its third version next week, and also maybe even this rocket, Blue Origin's New Glenn. Best case scenario, Artemis III is going to involve maybe both of these rockets, as well as the main Orion capsule, and it's because this one over here, SLS, it doesn't have a lunar lander. It's SpaceX, it's Blue Origin that are supposed to be giving us a way down and then back up from the lunar surface. And if you're thinking, wait, what? Like that sounds very confusing. Why not just, I know. It is a very weird time in space right now, this transition time between the old space age stuff and the new space age stuff. And Artemis III, it kind of boils down to making sure the old school and the new school are fully compatible. So NASA is saying that they are going to spiff up the Orion capsule just a little bit. They're upgrading that heat shield we've been talking about after that more aggressive re-entry profile that they really want to try. That is the fiery part where the crew capsule burns its way back into the atmosphere, slowing down. Let's bring in former NASA astronaut Steve Robinson, one of my favorite people to talk about space with. Steve, great to see you. So originally, Artemis III was going to go to the moon. Now it looks like it's going to be just doing a lot of aerobatics in Earth's orbit, including linking up with the Starship lunar lander and maybe even the New Glenn. Technically speaking, how hard do you think this mission is going to be compared to Artemis II?
This is going to be kind of like the circus tricks where the guys on the flying trapeze have to clasp hands in the middle of it. But it'll be much slower and more perfectly and carefully done. Now, some of this was tested out on the recent mission that you just talked about, Gadi, and it's good to see you again, by the way. Now, if you're going to go to the moon, you need landers, like you said, and it could be during the Artemis III mission, it may be both landers will be in Earth orbit, not lunar orbit, but Earth orbit, to make sure that, number one, they can support human life. Number two, they can navigate, communicate, propulsion systems work well, and finally, be able to dock with the part where the crew would transfer into the lander. So the rendezvous, which is coming close together, the docking, which is linking together, latching together, so you have an airtight seal that humans can actually pass through. That is a lot of complicated stuff that has never been tested before. Very exciting.
Yeah. There are so many fill-in-the-blank details that we have not yet seen for a mission that is supposed to be a year out. We just had that picture of the lunar landers. Those designs, those are mock-ups right now, and I know that they're not 100% finalized, but like time is ticking. How realistic do you think this timeline for getting all this put together for next year is right now?
It's realistic to think that it's ever going to happen if you really think about what we're doing here. But now we're talking about late 2027. And given that the contracts for these landers were let in the early 2020s, I think it's about time that the hardware is starting to show up for testing. I was at NASA Johnson last week. You could see mock-ups of at least one of those landers in the big astronaut training facility there. So it's hard to believe all this is coming true, but it really is. This is becoming real.
Yeah, it's becoming real. And, you know, I'd be remiss if I did not use our little rockets here. But, I mean, we're talking about this size. This is 1/200th. But this is the Starship. This is how much payload we might be able to put up on the moon compared to this capsule. If we can get a lunar lander that is even close to this big, real fast here, what kind of game changer is that?
One of the biggest game changers is the ability to add fuel in orbit, which has only been tested on a small scale before. And so you have to get to the moon with a rocket that big, you have to fill it full of propellant, and that's what's going to be tested.
And that means more rockets. We could talk about this for another hour, and we probably will. So great to see you. Thank you so very much for joining us.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.